Have you ever truly examined the paper in your wallet? Or have you simply accepted it as an ordinary piece of currency? Every day, billions of people exchange money without giving a second thought to the symbols quietly staring back at them. Yet if you pull out a crisp US $1 bill and turn it over, you are greeted by one of the most mysterious images ever printed. A single radiant eye suspended above an unfinished stone pyramid. At first glance, it may appear to be nothing more than an artistic emblem from another era, but for generations, this haunting image has ignited countless theories and inspired secret society legends. It fueled the belief that unseen forces have been guiding history from the shadows. The symbol is known as the Eye of Providence. Officially, it represents divine guidance watching over humanity. However, to conspiracy theorists, it is far more than a religious icon. They believe it serves as the signature of an invisible elite, the mysterious Illuminati. The eye is seen as a silent reminder that someone is always watching, influencing governments and controlling economies. What makes this symbol so captivating is the unanswered question. Why does it appear above an unfinished pyramid? Why is the eye separated from the structure instead of resting upon it? Some argue the unfinished pyramid symbolizes a nation still growing toward perfection. Others believe it represents a global system that will never be completed because its architects seek endless control. The mystery deepens when we trace the origins. Similar all-seeing eyes appear in ancient Egyptian mythology. Over time, these meanings merged with tales of hidden societies and forbidden knowledge. The pyramid itself symbolizes strength and the pursuit of immortality, but an unfinished one suggests an ambitious project in progress. Combined with the floating eye, it creates a narrative that can be interpreted as either divine oversight or a watchful authority. Above the eye appears Annuit Coeptis, and beneath it, Novus Ordo Seclorum, meaning a new order of the ages. To conspiracy theorists, this is a hidden reference to a future global government ruled by powerful elites beyond public scrutiny. Every economic crisis or political upheaval has breathed new life into these theories. The Eye of Providence remains one of the most recognizable and controversial images ever printed on currency. Its true meaning may never be universally agreed upon, and that uncertainty gives it enduring power. To uncover the truth, we must retrace the forgotten footsteps of philosophers, kings, and secret societies. Is the greatest mystery the symbol itself, or the stories humanity has built around it? The story, however, does not end with the symbols themselves. To understand why the Eye of Providence became one of the most controversial emblems in modern history, we must travel back to the 18th century, a time of revolutions, secret correspondence, philosophical societies, and the birth of a new nation. It was an era when Enlightenment thinkers challenged monarchies, Freemasons gathered in private lodges, and powerful ideas spread across continents faster than ever before. In this atmosphere of political transformation, symbols were never chosen casually. Every emblem, every motto, and every architectural design carried meaning beyond the public view. Governments were not simply creating flags and seals, they were creating identities that would survive for centuries. One of the most persistent myths claims that the Illuminati secretly designed the Great Seal of the United States. The theory has circulated for decades in books, documentaries, podcasts, and online forums. Supporters point to the glowing eye, the unfinished pyramid, the Latin inscriptions, and the unusual imagery as evidence that America's founders were connected to hidden organizations. But when historians examine surviving documents, the story becomes far more complicated. The Great Seal was the result of years of discussion involving multiple committees, artists, and advisors, each contributing different ideas before the final design. Nevertheless, the mystery refuses to disappear because symbols often carry meanings beyond their original intentions. The Bavarian Illuminati itself was founded in 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, a professor of canon law who sought to promote Enlightenment ideals. Official records indicate that the organization existed for only a relatively short period before it was banned by the Bavarian government, yet history has a strange habit of turning short-lived organizations into immortal legends. Once the Illuminati disappeared from public view, speculation filled the silence. Some believed the group had been completely destroyed. Others insisted it had merely gone underground, secretly infiltrating powerful institutions while abandoning its original name. From that moment onward, the Illuminati transformed from a historical society into a modern myth. Every major financial crisis, every political assassination, every global conflict seemed to revive the same question: who is really in control? For conspiracy theorists, history is not driven by coincidence but by careful planning carried out behind closed doors. According to these beliefs, true power remains concentrated within a hidden network operating beyond public accountability. The unfinished pyramid printed on the dollar bill has become one of the central pieces of that debate. Unlike the perfectly completed pyramids on the Giza Plateau, the American pyramid is deliberately incomplete. Its missing capstone immediately captures the attention officially. Historians explain that the unfinished structure symbolizes a nation still growing, always striving toward improvement. Yet alternative interpretations tell a far darker story. Some suggest the missing stone represents a global project that has not yet reached completion, a civilization moving toward a future designed by unseen architects. Then there is the eye itself. Unlike ordinary human eyes, the eye of Providence does not physically touch the pyramid. It hovers above it, enclosed within a radiant triangle surrounded by beams of light. Is the eye blessing humanity from above? Or does its elevated position symbolize an authority that exists beyond kings and presidents? Tracing the eye through history only deepens the mystery. Ancient Egyptians revered the eye of Horus as a symbol of healing, protection, and restoration. In Christian art, the eye enclosed within a triangle came to represent God's omniscience and the Holy Trinity. During the Renaissance, painters used the symbol to illustrate divine presence watching over humanity. By the 20th century, the symbol had acquired an entirely new identity, one closely linked to conspiracy culture. But perhaps the greatest mystery lies not within the symbol itself, but within the human mind. Psychologists have long observed that people naturally search for patterns, especially during periods of uncertainty. A mysterious eye, ancient architecture, and historical coincidences become ingredients for stories that feel both compelling and believable. The rise of the internet amplified this fascination. Beyond anything previous centuries could have imagined, viewers compare monuments, company logos, and even Hollywood films, searching for recurring symbols that might reveal hidden connections. Hollywood has also played a significant role, portraying secret organizations manipulating world events from luxurious meeting rooms. Perhaps this explains why the dollar bill continues to captivate people. Centuries after its design was finalized, it has become a cultural artifact, a historical puzzle, and for many, an encrypted message hidden in plain sight. Neither perspective has succeeded in silencing the other, and perhaps that unresolved tension is precisely what gives the image its lasting influence. To discover the truth, we must leave the dollar bill behind and follow a trail stretching across continents and centuries. Only then can we discover whether the real mystery has always existed within humanity's endless search for hidden truths.